welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yes. 恭喜发财，恭喜发财。New Year. Kitti, I know one thing, you know.
What?
Every time, right, our producer project us out, right, when I try to adjust my pants. Maybe it's not the first time. Just now I also see myself.
See, she must capture the best side of you when you're doing this.
So next time I should go out and do it first.
Next time, go to the side, go out.
No, next time I better do it before I come out to the screen.
Oh, anyway, oh my God, time flies so fast. It's coming to Chinese New Year already.
Yeah, yes, it's time flies, you know. And then for this year itself, I think there's something start to change back to normal for me. You know why? I see actually COVID itself, right? 2020 may not be so bad. 2021, right? Actually become a saving factor for Chinese New Year. You see? I do a rough estimate. The traveling costs, even the ang bao costs, the visiting costs, to visit so many people, right? Yet I mean, luckily for myself, I would say, because my mother is here with me, so I have time for the family times. So I know some are having their parents in the hometown alone, that's pity. Yeah. But for myself, it becomes kind of a saving. Also, a lot of lesser gathering, right? We save a lot.
I agree.
But for 2022, which I also feel happy, we are opening out and I feel more appreciated when we meet up with all those friends. We are not contacting for almost 2 years. Some friends we only meet once a year, right? So this is after 2 years. So which is good, but also at the same time, right? I think this is a change effect, right? Why? Our expenses start to go up again. And even need to buy more cruise thing for this year. I'm buying to pay more. Because
how much have you circulated for this Chinese New Year?
This Chinese New Year, for cruising part, actually, a few hundred, still save lesser than the year before that, because I still have a few new things from 2021. Not used yet, so I can use as a new one for this year. Honestly, last year most of the time it's just the short pants at home. Just make sure on the top half of the body is not nice, the other half is fine. So you save half of the cost. So expenses for this month.
Oh my God! My expenses for this year's Chinese New Year, I think, has increased quite a fair bit. Increased because I expected to see a couple more people. I was thinking of buying things, and then, you know, when we visit people's house, I usually have the habit of bringing things over to their house. So because of that, my expenses increased quite a fair bit. But I don't know if the regulation allows. If regulation don't allow, then I got extra food.
Send over to me,
Right? But whichever it is, I think this one of the things that I'm happy with, because all these expenses is pretty much planned. Right? And along the way, I have to say, I'm gonna admit very guilty pleasure. The shopping begins, and suddenly I feel like shopping more. So because I've been buying things for Chinese New Year, all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, there's so many more things I wanted to buy. But I told myself, you know what? These are expenses planned. I'm gonna stick to it. The things that all of a sudden pop up, I simply ask myself, is this urgent? Do I need it now? Can it wait?
Maybe not. Now.
No, it can, okay? Because that's how I stop myself from actually spending more. Because I tell myself, it can wait, it can wait. And I know myself, when I say it can wait, after some time I forget.
Actually, that is a fantastic, I would say that is fantastic. It also leads us to our discussion for today, because this is how is your behavior. So we can see how is our behavior actually affecting our finances. right, on our planning itself, spending itself.
Which is true. So what's your view on this? Does it impact our finances?
Well, I will share along the way as we discuss this with one of another, not another, it's
A
one of the returning expert for today.
Yeah, right now this person, it's one of the most likable person that we have brought on to the show. Last round, if you remember, he shared with us about savings and budgeting, right? And as we discovered during his session last year, savings and budgeting has everything to do with our behaviors and our financial habits.
Yeah, why he's great guest for us to bring back today for our topic of discussion. How does our behavior affect our finances? So let's see if we can get some tips on healthy practices from practices from the new behavior or new habit for our well-being.
Sue, I'm very concerned before we bring him up. What if he tells me gamble not healthy? Then I don't get to do my Chinese New Year mahjong.
Healthy or not, I'm not sure. I know it is illegal, so we are not encourage them unless you go certain uphill. They have a license for that.
See, I gamble with no money.
Oh, that I had to learn from you. Actually, I was thinking if going up to the uphill with the license one, the chance of losing maybe 90%. But we will check on their company, maybe have a higher chance. I'm not sure good or not. Really have to check.
Anyway, let's bring out our guest for today, Simon.
Hello, Simon. Yes.
Thank you for coming back. How are you today, Simon?
Yeah.
Yes.
How is it? Spend. Oh. So you're going to grow to my size after 15 days. Okay, get back. Huh? Oh. Oh, okay. So I will make sure when I reach your age, I will be this size also.
Good plan.
So get straight to the point for today because we always have limited time. So for our topic, so how does our behavior impact our finances?
Yeah. Right. So in this kind of sense, you're saying about age affecting our behavior, right? Maybe you can walk us through how does our age and behavior shift over time? Is it because there are certain priorities of things that we value that changes?
Okay, sure.
So we're gonna jump to our slide. Ready?
Last.
Yeah. This time you're in TV, so this time you and I jump. 1, 2, 3.
longer period of investment where they can go for high risk. Meaning, in financial planning, we ask all our clients, is it possible to save 60% of your money? So this is a very mind-boggling numbers. So when I sit down with my student or the coachee, yes, it's possible, right? There are many factors to it. The second stage is people who are in the middle age where their income are more stable. They are in middle range of management. They just married with kids. Probably they have two incomes, their husband and wife. So their investment horizon is still very long because they got to plan for their children education, their retirement, and whatnot. Third stage was people who is going into retirement mode. So these group of people, they have grown up children and they need a lot of money for education.
Assume that's why you need to lose weight.
Investment horizon will be slightly shorter compared to the stage one. Stage four is people like me, already more income. So how? But that's why in our line, we can work until the day we hit the target. So how are we going to plan our finances? It all comes down to goal and discipline. So many people ask, hey Simon, if you do that, would you enjoy your life? The answer is yes. Does that answer your
Yes.
right? So here is age play a very important role as far as managing the finances.
Okay, so now age is one factor, right? Now the other part that I was thinking about is, you know, the consumerism convenience today. Things like we have easy payment plan, we have online shopping, we have multiple different kind of convenient gateways that don't really need approval, payment gateways I mean, right? And then you have every month discount, 1, 1, 2, 2, 11, 11, 12, 12, right? Now, doesn't that also play a factor on their spending habits, or even I don't know what other habits are there, spending habits, money making habits, or even some people make a lot of money from all these kind of things. So what do you think about that?
As far as my experience is concerned, I remember when I started work, my salary is only 260 ringgit way back in 1980s. So how can I survive with 260 ringgit? Because you have to think of ways how to make more money to supplement your expenses, right?
Yes.
So in today's market, online sales, online marketing. During my in the 20s, I do sell products like insurance, general insurance. So a bigger bulk of my actually income are supplemented by my side business. We do lighting. So likewise, we can do that. And of course, one of the most important thing is discipline. Before you buy anything, my mentor always says, Simon, do you really need all this stuff? Do you really need 3 pairs of shoes for working? Do you need 2 pairs of or 3 pairs of football boots? Do you need so many jogging shoes?
Hi, Gil.
So that's why I say, before you buy anything, talk some of the first. Before you pull out your credit card and sign up.
Simon, in this case, right, I'm thinking, right, will it be still practical in this manner? Why I say so, right? I mean, looking at your age, you just say your retirement, right? You retire, right? So on your time, right, to avoid unnecessary spending, hide yourself at your house. People look for you. If you have a landline, you can just ignore. Or but for the world right now, you know, the smartphone, everything, right? So to be a bit lasting way of explaining that, right? Last time when you are doing your big business in the toilet, you might thinking how to save money. Right now, a lot of people, right, they may still using the phone to go and do shopping. Right? So intentionally, right, the time that you not likely to spend in the usual old time, now already finished shopping. So how we do the balance on the technology advancement and things really getting very easy and convenient for us to get it.
So very important, your occupation also play a very important role. I'm very lucky in the sense that all my bosses are interrelated to the so-called non-government organization. The multinational company that I joined provide all this equipment for me free of charge. Every year I got to change my handphone. Every 2-3 years I got to change my laptop. Even my clothing, spectacle, dental, all are paid for.
Oh.
So, you can choose a job that give you very good perks. So you save all this money. Not only that, even your family, all are paid for. That's why I said, there are company out there, especially MNC, they take care of that. So one way is, for the young people, when you come out to work, this is the avenue where you can take it up. So I really save a lot of money on this aspect. So every single cent I earn, just imagine I can save about 70 to 80% of my income. Right? That's why I can retire early and you spend discipline, and discipline. You should be able to.
I hear something else you besides discipline, right?
Mm-hmm.
I heard spend other people's money.
There's a smart way. Someone pay for you, right?
You know what to do lah next time, horse you.
Yes. if you are unable to get a company pay for you, get someone who is able to pay for you, right?
You know what to do next time, right? When we go eat, see you.
Yeah. We will get someone to pay for us. Assignment.
Okay, so interesting. I understand you have the next couple of pages, right? Let's look at the next page. What is it about?
This, the second page is actually we are talking about grief and fear. This emotion, if you impact our decision on investment. Currently, if you all have made investment either in stock market or unit trust, it's quite chaotic, especially this one week. Market is very, very volatile. So in investment, is a very funny thing. I still remember in the early 80s, I had the opportunity to meet one of the pioneering banker. I asked my guy, who is this old man? And he said, this is a bank owner. He comes from Singapore every morning, and then he go back after the market is open. So after 6 months, I decided to talk to this gentleman. I say, young man, the advice I can give you is, when you look outside, when people are in excitement, in thrill, euphoria, that is the time when you have to get out from the market. You know why? You look at the counter at this moment, all the housewives are inside the trading hall. They are buying stock. You look at all your retirees for market, they are so excited. Every day they are making money. The worst part is to go coffee, people talk nothing but stock market. That is the time you got to get out. So as far as grief and fear is concerned, this is very true in our occupational hazard. But I'm very fortunate that I've gone through 3 cycles. I would say I'm very happy that most of my clients heard or listened to our advice, and they did not gamble in the situation. So market is spend because of you lost all the money. That's prudent. So in life is yeah, you got to be prudent and disciplined and engage your consultant, talk to your consultant, meet with them from time to time.
You
It's part of human behavior.
yeah, you know what I'm hearing still? I think this is, he's been repeating it a couple of times, right? When it comes to habits, get yourself educated, invest, don't spend other people's money. Right? But when multiple times already, you've been emphasizing on go create or make more money instead of actually spending it, right? Now, but here's the thing, the challenge is this, right? In today's world, there's this whole big hashtag of popularization. Oh my God, my English. About, YOLO, you only live once. When you YOLO, money will come. Instead of the habit that I was brought up with is save, make lots of money, save, don't spend. What are your views on that?
Well, I believe in life we have 5 pillars here. We talk about career, we talk about family, religion, health, and wealth. So where is our priority? Again, when we are in different age group, yeah, our priority are different. So very important thing is we got to ask ourselves, where is our priority? What is important? I still remember when I have my first kid, I was so happy. And at that time, I said, I want to give her the best. Then when the second come, the third one come, accident, I said, jialat liao. One child, you got to spend about 1 million on them, bringing them up and giving them good education. So do you want to sacrifice yourself for them? During this period of time, I still enjoy. I still remember I travel about 4 times a year locally. I go overseas with my missus and my family, or at least once a year. Again, I'm very blessed. Company trip every year, I bring my wife. Family trip, okay, I have to fork out when I receive my bonus. If you're hardworking, as I say, I'm very lucky. My bonus is always in the range of 8 to 12 months.
Whoa.
So again, you got to work very, very, very hard for it.
Oh,
Interesting, right? So really, like, bottom line is the life that you are living right now, it's all because of a certain behavior, right? And that behavior turns into a habit that gives you the lifestyle and the financial status or standing that you want. Is that fair to say?
Example. If you drink like coffee in kopitiam, long black is only one.
Long black.
Starbucks, you drink long black.
They got aircon over there, more stylish. It's a trend, right? Yeah.
Understand. So okay. Now, before we continue to talk about this, it's time for game. As you heard the bell just now, ding 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 ding. Exactly, right? But before we play our game, let's look at tip number 1. Hello! We are back!
If you wonder why I am holding the phone, right, I will let you all know later.
I just want to take a moment to enjoy this beautiful background. It's a change of background for us.
Yes, it's like a Chinese New Year, prosperous background. It's not like money falling down.
Yeah, I want come.
Okay, let's go for our game. So we are back over here. So today actually is you going to play with Simon. And the reason why I'm holding this phone, right, because all the question is here, so you will not know what I'm going to ask. Yes. I will give you the phone as a prize, the phone cover. So the game is simple. I just call it as a storytelling. So I will give both of you, right? You can say it's a belief, a practice, or a myth, whatever you call for the Chinese New Year. So if you know why we have such thing, right? So you just tell us the story about it. If you don't know about what is this about, then guess what? Just create one story for that. So the one closest to the original, or my version of it will get a point. Is it clear?
Simon, I might as well just say, I give up and you win, because I don't know about Chinese belief or practices.
Nobody, it's the time to learn. You got some new wealth-related, I cannot say it's a practice, a traditional practice to know, to learn for tonight. And the first questions, why are we encouraged to eat leftovers from the reunion dinner on the first day of the Chinese New Year?
Huh? Worry?
Yes. Ladies first.
So that we don't waste food. Because if we throw away, it's a waste of food. If we can keep it, eat the next day, very good and save cost.
Okay, so Simon brother, I give you a hint. She's very close. You just adjust a bit.
So whatever cannot finish, the ladies cook on the first and second day. Whatever leftover, they just dump it into a big bowl. And all this, they just boil it. Children, are you hungry? House will go and play mahjong. Any belief on that? That's my childhood. That's how I remember why they like to recook the leftover. That's to feed the children. Don't disturb them when their mahjong time is up.
Good one. I also like we call it the choi kiap, everything done together. And actually the actual answer is right. Is the word we always use, 年年有余. 年年有余, which means like every year you got extra. They just want to carry the meaning like, so you got your wealth left over to be spent on the next year. So that's why after crossing the day, the new year you still have something to eat.
I thought 年年有余 means every day also got fish.
Yeah, I thought the
same thing. This actual word is this yu, but to make the fish can sell more, they change to the fish. So that's all the fisherman story.
That's why we banana, we don't read Mandarin.
Simon, you know why?
That's the problem.
Why?
Because we both like choi kiap.
It's because I've always known Chinese New Year first day is vegetarian. Like my family vegetarian half a day, my in-laws vegetarian day. Right? So what leftover?
So this year, then you eat the leftover, so you got extra. So I give you the next one also very interesting. I just why do we sleep earlier on the day 3, the Chu San, after spreading some grains and salts on the floor?
What do you say? Everything I've never heard before. Simon, you go first.
Simon want to try first.
We never spread what's that, salt and rice.
Yeah, there is a belief. We can have some hints for you this round. Our producer can just project the picture. You see, this is
what my grandmother told me was, my late grandmother, is that you cannot sweep floor because you're sweeping all your luck away, especially when sweeping out. So I answered my grandmother, so Grandma, instead of sweeping it out, can we sweep it in? We keep it in the house.
Yes, that is a practice actually. Yeah, very smart. That is a practice. Someone saying if you need to sweep your house on the day when the actually you sweep in. So the money is coming back
and
in.
You keep all the rubbish at home.
So on this one, I would say you are right for true eat the day one, but for day 3, wrong because day 3 is linked to this rats. You want to have a guess? Look like what, Kitti?
Okay, so first and foremost, I've never been asked to sleep early on day 3 of Chinese New Year. Even at
So we never sleep.
Okay.
I take a wild guess. So that you can you put rice and salt on the floor to catch the mouse.
Oh, I thought you said you feed the mouse. Okay, in Cantonese they call it 老鼠嫁女. The rat daughter is getting married, so you are spreading the salt and the grains, right? It's for them to celebrate and also represent your wealth has so much extra until you can spread some to the others. So that is their married, the day for their married. And then another belief saying that why turn off the light, you purposely don't let them marry because if let's say they populate more, you have a headache. So that is the second reason. For this one, I think I give it to Kitti. At least she mentioned something about the rat. Okay. I think we don't have much time. Maybe we go for something very simple. We like to say, where is the famous quote we like to say during Chinese New Year?
So many 龍馬精神.
The famous one for sure you will say.
恭喜發財.
恭喜發財. Then why we say 恭喜發財?
Why we say 恭喜發財? Let me translate to Chinese.
恭喜發財.
No, translate to English.
恭喜 is congratulation.
恭 is wish ma, right?
恭喜 is congratulation.
Congratulations. Why 發財?
Oh, wish you a lot of money, abundance of wealth, lor. 發財嘛.
Oh, okay. Simon, you want to give you a shot?
Well, if you ask me, the same analogy.
Same
wish
analogy.
You lots of wealth.
Yeah, actually somehow it is right also. The main reason is traditionally we have a lot of the story we talking about Chinese New Year because there's a monster we call Nian, right? They say after that people survive for the next day. We used to say 恭喜恭喜恭喜, which means congratulations, you are alive, congratulations, you are alive. But after some years, due to a lot of people say Chinese, I do agree, Chinese like money a lot. So except safety, we also like money. So they add in 發財, 恭喜發財, 恭喜發財, become congratulations, you are safe, and also at the same time, I wish you would get rich.
收到?
That is 恭喜發財.
收到.
Oh, do we have time for one more? I think this one I have to make you all tight. So we quickly can go for one more. What would be the interesting one? Maybe this is the one. This is on the day 8. Day 8. Why do we must make sure that our rice container, right, is not empty?
Huh?
We must make sure it's full on the day 8.
Day 8 to me is 拜天公. Rice container.
Look.
Simon, you go first, Simon. I'm so confused with all this belief.
I don't practice. What the older people say is that it represents good luck.
Yes.
Your right bowl must be always full. So make sure that you have to top it up. Make sure on the 8, some people believe that you have to go to the bank and do some deposit. You for the whole year.
Whoa. Very close, very close.
I'm like, what?
And oh, it means time out for you. You got no chance to explain.
Very quick one.
Yes.
I know. I'm gonna make up my own story because 8, like Simon said, good luck, right? 8 is Chinese is fat. So means grow and prosper and things like that. So I make sure everything full, my stomach full, my bank account full.
Okay. Thank you for the summary from Simon story, and it's not a new story you make up. Okay. Okay. Before I announce the winner, even we know who is the winner. So actually, in Chinese, there's a saying that day 8 actually is a grain days. So in the grain days, we have make sure the rice bowl is full, and you also symbolic that we are accumulating our wealth to the maximum. If full, I think closest will be Simon already.
I'm so confused.
Actually, I would say to me, honestly, it might be just some belief, some myth. Also, something like encouraging some sort of the positive thinking, positive mindset. At least we have something to start with a positive thing to looking forward for the whole year. Which may not be totally wrong. At least you need to have a happy year, right? So the winners go to Simon.
Yeah.
So as a gift, right, I let you choose, have a choice whether you want to receive the gift or not, Simon. The gift is Kitti give you a kiss. You want or don't want?
Don't want lah.
Huh? Alvin is fine. That one is okay. He have no problem. By the way, Alvin is someone's always bullied by her.
Producer, I need this forever lady. At any point in time must come out and hello for me.
Okay. You just give him a kiss, then we go to the wow, second wow tips of the day. Actually, I can keep closer. Let's go for our wow tips 2 of the day. We are back to these pictures.
Let's look at the next picture first, then we continue the question. Let's go to the next picture.
Yes, oh, this is.
Right. So in financial planning, these 8 steps we always go through with our client. And if you are lost, it's good to revisit again. So first is we are talking about focus on budgeting. How are we going to spend our money? So when you receive your salary, you got to split it up in a few portions. What is your pocket money, where you spend your household, your utility bills, and many people do not put aside at least 5 to 10% for enhancing your knowledge. All right, you spend your mentor makan so that he can teach you many knowledge where you don't have to, Chinese say, hang in one lo. Okay, so the second one is, of course, maintain a contingency reserve. In financial planning, we always ask our client to save at least 6 months of your monthly expenses. But this MCO itself, if you have gone beyond 18 months, so how many people can actually survive without working? So this is an acid test, and I'm very happy to say that many of my peers, we are born in a baby boom year, many of them survived because during our generation, we are taught by our parents and grandparents to save money. So third one is ensure you have optimal insured, meaning you don't have to worry that you meet with accident or fall sick. And recent flood in KL itself is a very good lesson for all. For vehicle insurance, you make sure you add flood into it. For house, you better buy flood or fire. Even fire, they are divided into lalang fire that burn down your house. Okay, you have to add on some premium, or else your house cannot be claimed under fire insurance. So these are some of the things that we must know about risk management. And of course, we try not to take loan. If you take loan, make sure that you clear off the highest interest that is charged to your account. Okay.
So,
And number 5 is
so before the
next
5,
page.
Simon, can I just stop you for a while? I just want to check
Sure.
on something. So try not to take loan, right? But things is getting more and more expensive, right? So actually, it seems like more affordable with loan. Even I would think even easy payment plan also take a loan. So people go for, let's say a couple go for marriage, they may go for a easy payment plan for the package for the pre-wedding photo, a new car for the wedding, another loan easy payment plan for the honeymoon. So maybe another easy payment plan for the rings, right? There's a lot of things, right?
Yeah, you are looking at me. You are talking about me. So even my bed was loan here. Everything is on loan. But I think today the millennium are very fortunate in the sense that many of their parents can afford. This is one of the ways that you can actually cut down a lot. Negotiate with your parents to help you out. You pay them, and many of the so-called company actually give zero interest. Example like what you say, electrical goods, even tour package. All these are inclusive. So make full use of that. All right. So EPP is one of the best way where you can actually go around it, right? Even credit cards, when you swipe, some of the credit card give you zero interest for 6 months or 12 months. 12 months probably you pay only about probably 1.99 to 3.99%. So if you want to take a loan, make sure that you survey the market and make sure that it is within your means.
So
right? That's what I'm trying to say.
It's like that.
Yes.
Don't spend, but fully utilize the loan.
I thought you hear that, right? Still spend on someone money, so spend on your parents.
So for those who are here, millennium, take my advice. You go and see your parents, definitely sure ada one.
Okay. It's one of the income stream.
See, Simon has been stating a lot of behaviors without us asking, right? All these supportive behaviors in building our wealth, right? So I think we have number 5 and a couple more, correct?
Yes,
Ooh, 8. Okay.
Okay, number 5 is list down your financial goals. So what is important? You must also list down what is short term. Short term can be 2 years. I want to get married. I want to do a honeymoon in Europe. So if you cannot afford Europe, where is the next? If you want to, for honeymoon, I always advise young couple, go to a cold place. It can be Cameron Highland, it can be Lake Toba. This is the cheapest, I would say, tour and is value for money. Right? So list down your goal. Of course, I always joke with my children. I want to drive Porsche during my birthday, but my boss said you are only worth this one, so you better drive Japanese car, not a Porsche. So you got to live within your means. So ignore asset allocation, right? What is movable and immovable? Movable is your cash flow, cars. Immovable is assets and property. So
I think money in the wife account also immovable.
I agree. See, I like Simon.
Plan your retirement, very important. So if you don't plan your retirement, you can be very poor. I have friends who need to work when they are 65 years old. They have to do a lot of mean jobs. So what kind of retirement you want? So if you want a relaxed one, so you have to sacrifice at a younger age.
So on the plan the retirement, right? I had to interrupt you a bit. Plan on your retirement, right? I mean, like us is in the financial advisory line. We roughly know how can we calculate the figure for the retirement. Let's say for the general a normal public person, right? A normal person just graduate or 20, 30 years old, right? So how can likely they're able to find out their figure for the retirement? If they are interested to find it out, any shortcut, we like shortcut, any shortcut to get it?
God, 100 million, enough.
So in our field of mine, we always tell the young people, especially those in university, you want to become a millionaire. Although to become a millionaire is so easy today.
Yeah.
There are only two methods.
Mm-hmm.
One is if you can save 300 ringgit a month, you'll be a millionaire by 18 years from now or 30 years from now. It's sooner or later. And of course, the other one is the easy way out. You can buy lottery.
That one, I don't know if it's easy way out or not. That one is like most of the riskiest move.
Okay, I do know someone, right? I mean, his wife told me he has invested in that lottery for past 30 over years, right? He haven't hit any first prize yet, even second or third. So it's almost close to a total loss already.
Let me put it, I wouldn't call it invest at all, Sue.
Yeah, the Chinese like to use the term invest. It's gambling.
Exactly.
Chinese prefer higher risk compared to everything else. In today's world, there is no retirement.
Mm-hmm.
That's why profession, you also must choose it wisely. Why? You got to retire at the age of when you hit 60 or 63, or in the future they might increase it to 65.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are in our field, there is no retirement age. My dad is already 83 this year, just celebrated his birthday just now. Yeah, he's still providing services to his client, and he's still earning 5 figures up to today because of passive income. So although he so-called retired from full-time, he's part-time, and he's still earning like when he was in his prime.
Oh.
So yeah, in our field we have this opportunity. That's why the nest I built is actually I try to finish it. Even I cannot finish spending it, I will donate it away.
I got something inspiring on the retirement planning part. Normally, we will talk about a figure, how many million you want on your sustaining your lifestyle. If you live until 80 years old, or you live until 90 years old, if 100, what happens if you live longer than that? But I think there's a new idea over here is you can build a career or build something, right, that giving you some kind of passive income, right, which sustaining your lifestyle, or even not sustaining, at least sustaining part of your life. You don't really need to worry about that and keep on cashing out for you, and you just do that portion of it, right?
Of course, I cannot live very luxurious, having Mercedes or Bentley, fly first class, but thanks to Tony Fernandez, everybody can fly.
Yeah.
Thanks to Mahathir, we have platforms to drive. So that itself is a luxury. We can get from point A to point B very in the city. And point number 3, just now I talked about insure yourself. Even today I fall sick, I still can afford to have first class medical attention. Although in-house I got a doctor, if you are adequately insured, you don't have to worry about all this. I always joke with my wife, when I kick the bucket, instantly you become a multi-millionaire. So as I said, retirement is individual. How do you want to term yourself in retirement? To me is I want to retire from working for others. I want to enjoy what I do. My passion is to educate people to become financial freedom and maximize your income, because in this country, whether you say we are fortunate or unfortunate, we have to pay
Excuse me.
duty, if you can say,
Bless you.
Thank you.
invest professionally, I'm sure everything is possible.
So then here's the thing, right? So like let's say I'm in my mid to late 30s.
Must loud louder.
So I have this dilemma, right? A part of me is wanting to plan a very comfortable, hyperly comfortable retirement. Okay. But at the same time, right now is also balancing wanting to, be as how would I say, be as luxurious or enjoy life like my friends around me. To a certain extent, peer pressure, because if you look, right, some people on my Facebook, oh, it's so nice, right? It's always first class, right? When they go, it's always 5-star and all this kind of stuff. So there is this whole like, oh, do I let go of certain things here? Do I park it there? But it still, no matter what, still feels like it's coming from scarcity, right? Then in my head goes like, is it possible to do both? Right? Enjoy life now and enjoy life even more when I retire. How can I do that? Right? Especially, let's say I start now. What are the habits or behaviors that would be good for me to begin taking on? What a long question.
You still remember the third scenario? Just now one scenario I shared with you. I want to drive a Porsche, but my income can only manage. If I want to drive a Porsche, I can, right? My income will go directly into the car. So what happens to my 3 kids, my wife, and my parents? So I have to juggle. Is Porsche more important or family? So you have to juggle. You can pamper yourself. You can fly Asia. When you reach your destination, can you go for 5-star spa? Can you go for 5-star dinner? Well, I've done it. I've done it with Air Asia. You talk about China, Vietnam, Japan. Yeah, you can actually pamper yourself. So you got to balance. You have to give. You have to sacrifice something for another thing.
So it's basically give and take lah. Although I'm gonna admit, I'm sorry Air Asia, unless you probably want to sponsor us. Jay, I'm kidding. But I've never been really an Air Asia fan. I know they are very affordable, but to me, is that affordable comes at the comfort of my back, right? Because I have back issues and things like that. It's just that there are some full service flight that has better seats. So that's my challenge, you see. It's like, Air Asia, this one. So it's constantly like, YOLO or long term, YOLO or long term, right? And then that comes with the question, how can we then handle peer pressure? Because even if you look at it, many people are like comparing themselves with people they see on social media, right? Sometimes people they don't even know, but just from social media, there's a whole sense of like, that peer pressure. By this age, these people are doing this, everybody is doing that, it's so luxurious. How do we then handle that peer pressure?
So it all boils down to you, your face value, right? Now, for me is not 5-star. I can only afford my spouse and me. That means my 3 children have to stay at home. If I have Asia, the whole family can enjoy. So yeah, going on a plane itself is a luxury for children, right? And then when we get down, yeah, we can pamper ourselves 3 days, 3 nights we stay Airbnb. On the final night, we can stay in a 5-star hotel where we don't go out wandering anymore. We spend hours in the hotel. You dine, you wine, you make full use of it. you have to give up something to enjoy.
Understand that is if your budget is very tight lah, right? Even if you can afford that, it's your own personal choice lah, correct?
Because we cannot compare with our peers. Some of them earning 6 figures a month, some of them earn 5 figures, and some of them only earn 4 figures.
True.
Like this story I always share with my class. Whoever asks me, I say, yeah, my brother and his childhood friend. His childhood friend is an MD and CEO of a listed company. He's only a head of department. So when they always travel, they used to travel on the same level, 5 star. But this time round, they went to Dubai. He went one step higher. So when he came back, he feels a bit right. Limousine picked them up from airport. They stayed in a hotel. They dine in the most expensive restaurant. So yeah, we have to take something like 6 months to recover. To recover shock, the financial shock.
I would take this as you have to judge your 6 month recovery period for a few days post on the Facebook. Will it justifiable?
I know what shortcut. It's justifiable if you spend other people's money, someone else pay.
Get a job to go and discuss for a contract, right? Negotiate for a contract.
Or just now only I thought of this new concept because other people's money, right? So in the market we know there is the sugar stuff happening. I got a new concept, sugar friends. So it's very clear we are friends. But you're buying me.
Okay, you are my sugar friend.
No, Tabale, you are my sugar.
Very fine, you'll be alone. Nobody wants to befriend you anymore.
True also.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, let Simon
Yep.
So you say when we have a new commitments, I mean normally when you have a new wife, normally one so I call it new also after that old wife you have a new children, you have a new commitment, or even you buy a house like that. So other than that, any other new commitment that we normally wouldn't aware of? Note on that. Hobbies.
I like yachting. I want to buy my own boat. It can fit 10 people. So yeah, you got to spend about $1 million. Just to maintain the road, many people forgot about parking, maintaining the road. It can be very costly. Some people took up sports like golf. Golf itself is very highly swimming and it's also very expensive. Because you forgot about shaky key, green key, the worst part is setting. During Chinese New Year, I know a few of my friends they had their
Also the expensive
Very
hobby.
thin. Cannot see. Can't see anything suddenly.
I got very expensive hobby too. Are you paying?
Yeah, sure.
How can I introduce to you?
Never mind. Whatever you want, just let me know. I will print out the picture you take on the wall.
We're running out of time. I understand you have at the end of this picture, right? A great quote to share with our wowies. Let's look at that great quote, and then we are gonna share about your information. Okay. Yes, go ahead, Simon.
So, my dear friends and audience here, very important you have to say that your future on this, you can call on me, and I can share many of my life experience here with you guys. So, during this period of 40 years working blind, I got my degree, I got 3 kids, and 2 of them are professionals. I used to feed 8, and now it reduced to 7, and I own 2 properties, I own 4 cars, and in between holidays, even when I retired in 2016, yeah, every 3 months I fly because I have to fulfill my wife has neglected her long enough. So it's a payback time. And I have to thank MCO. These 2 years, my expenses actually gone down. I don't have to fly. Only businesses really go bankrupt, as all of you know, yeah, because I cannot fly enough. These 2 years, in fact, I'm very happy to say that my income actually doubled because most of my partners stay at home, they do more sales, and my sales just coming automatically. Thanks to my friends and clients who supported me, and during this period of time, as I said, if you do the right thing, the right result will come, and people who believe in karma, go and do more good things, will come back to you.
Interesting.
So that's my sharing.
Okay. Yes.
I will add on to the quote. Do something that Kitty's future self will thank you for.
Okay, I think it's better for us to go back to the main stage right now to discuss more on how we can contact Simon on that. So because Simon's saying that we can actually tap on him to get some wisdom out of him to take more. And is this kind enough, right, Simon? How they can take more information from you? Yeah, he said, good. Yeah, looking down here. Yeah, actually, Simon is very kind enough. He's willing to provide some private session for our wowies. So you can just direct message us at the POW Wisdom of Wealth. We will arrange a private session with you, the direct private session with you all, so you can try to ask more questions directly. So if something more personal, I think we can even talk about C1-to-1 or how we can arrange that. At least we have discussion over here.
So just simply DM us, hashtag I'm in. I just created on the spot. Hashtag I am in. That's it, right? Then we know what to do. We'll send you the information for the session. Hopefully you can make it. Okay. So now, Simon, thank you so much for coming out again, sharing with us this insight. Before we let you go, what would be your biggest parting reminder, parting from today's show, to our wowies?
I would say you got to plan your goals because you have loved ones that you have to care for. Not for yourself, but for the loved one that you care for. Right? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. 恭喜发财. See you again.
Bye bye. 恭喜发财.
Bye bye.
恭喜发财. So let's just have a look on the practice of the week. Because she is asking for ambao, quickly we change to practice of the week. Oh, Kitti. Wow, really time flies. We have over by few minutes again.
Oh no! And then I was distracted looking at our tips of the day, practice of the week with the new Tang Long so cute.
There's a lion over there. It's not tiger. But I think looking at the sharing from Simon today, I like the final part of it. Initially, I like the beginning part, but I like the final part because it's talking about planning for something for the one you love. Because we always think, a lot of people, I think I agree, at least I'm agree that love actually having the most powerful thing in the world, right? So
Yeah.
when you're planning for yourself, you may just, okay lah, I just let go and never mind, I do it next month, do it next year. But let's say it's for someone you love, your wife, your children, right? You might have more willpower to do that. And your behavior on the shopping or your behavior that not supporting you well on your financial building, right? Actually, you might easier to get through. At least for me, I would think, okay, my wife or holiday, my children or my car. So that may give me a sense of emergency. Okay, I can focus more.
Do you love me?
Not really.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, I love you.
Oh yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, next time I must have that emoji. Anyway, yeah. It's amazing for me. It's to a certain extent a lot of confirmation for things that I do, right? Because a part of me know that saving is just one part of the equation, and if I just save and do nothing with the money that I save, it brings me nowhere. So the confirmation about planning, saving, make more, right, budget, invest, all these kind of behaviors, actions that I take, it's actually for my future self. Matter of fact, it's not just for my future self, it's for not my future family. That sounds wrong. my family in the future. I don't know how to explain this. Right? And yeah, I'm just very happy and thankful because it's a massive confirmation for me, right? I'm the type that I rather just not buy certain things and wait until I forget, unless the expenses to a certain extent is the spirit of giving as well, right? And wanting to have a good celebration, so it's all budgeted for. So you know what? I'm happy. I'm really happy with you today.
Yeah, but when I hear you said saving, you bring you nowhere, I might think it's differently. Savings, if saving alone bring you nowhere, saving alone, right, may deteriorate your lifestyle. Maybe high level, we may discuss even further in the future, because inflation may just eat up on your saving itself.
True.
And that's why investment is such an important thing to make our money grow. And especially for investment, we have a different kind of risk, right? So if we are intended to go for investment, right, shall I tell my wife about that? You think?
I don't know.
Or my personal finance planning, shall I discuss with my wife or my spouse on that?
I don't know about you, right? But I do know, I do, right? But I also know that it's a challenge. It's like a tricky conversation to have for some, right? That's why I think I know why you brought this. Hi, yes, you. Today my brain slow a bit. Yeah, that is why next session, which is Valentine's. Yeah. I'm looking forward to our producer making our backdrop all different. It's quite fun.
Don't make it like we are having a
Next session is all about should couples discuss their personal finances, right? That includes whether it's your expenses, whether it is investment, big purchases, and whatever that is, because this topic is quite tricky. We're bringing in a professional counselor, especially in this area of relationship, right? She, our special guest, it's an amazing person, and she'll be joining us next show, which is on 9th of February at 8:30 p.m. Right? I've already known some of the insights from her. All I can say is it blew my mind. So I hope you will come and join us then.
Great. So just join us on the next show to discuss how or should we talk to our spouse on a financial related matter. And also remember to hit the like button, whether you are on Facebook or YouTube. So you can always find us here. WOW Wisdom of Wealth on both channels. So
if you're on Facebook, remember to like our page, like this show, like everything we post, and follow our page. subscribe.
Like us.
Now, if you're on YouTube, also like us. Subscribe. Click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification so that every time we have something new posted, you will know immediately.
Yeah, so I think it's time to say goodbye and thank you again for all our wow weeks over here. Enjoy us on the 9th February, 8:30. So remember, it's never too early or too late to start
your journey, right? The key is to begin your wealth journey right now.
Yeah, bye bye.
恭喜發財，
恭喜發財，恭喜發財，麒麟，吉恩，呀，恭喜發財。